you're doing. We thought we'd make this part of lockdown learning about understanding the ice up, the different words to use to describe different parts of the ice up, and understanding what you get with ice ups. Not just fat stick ice ups, but any ice ups. We keep saying ice ups, inflatable paddle boards. Basically what this is, a board that's inflated, rolls up, goes into a bag. Right, let's have a look. So, starting at the top, we're going to go for this, the deck. The deck is where you walk, same as the boat. So it's the deck of the board. You walk on it, you put your feet on it. You've got the hull of the board, you've got the nose, and you've got the tail of the board. You've also then got this thing all the way round, which is called the rail. They usually come in different heights, between 4, 4.75 and 6 inches, so it's the height of the rail. Then you have the 10 foot, the 9 foot, the 10 foot 2, 11 foot, this is the length of the board, obviously. And then you have the width of the board, which is usually in the 30s on most all-rounders. So ours is a 32, so it's a 10 foot 6 by 32 by 6, 6 inch rail. Then moving to the front of the board, you've got a handle, and you've got a handle at the back as well, but you also have a handle in the middle. Good for carrying when there's 2 of you, good for carrying when you're on your own. Action camera mount usually means you can fit a GoPro to it. Bungee straps, good for carrying things. Ruben says your lunch. We say maybe a dry bag with a phone in it, and your sandwiches. And then moving down here, you end up with these on our board, but there are boards without them, so you can buy with or without. And that is a kayak conversion kit. Now what that a kayak conversion kit or a kayak kit is basically means you get a board, a seat that goes on the board. It's the same as a kayak seat, it's a normal kayak seat, and it has clips on it. These clips attach to these D-rings. That means basically you can make it a kayak, you attach the seat and you can paddle it using the paddle, or you can get rid of it, you don't need to use it. Then you've got the paddle. The paddle comes in 1, 2 and 3 pieces, so a paddle that's one piece is as it sounds. It is a solid piece all the way through, the handle doesn't move, it's made for your height or the height of the rider. 2-piece means that the handle moves up and down, so it adjusts for the height of the rider. And then a 3-piece is usually what you get when you buy an ice up, because it goes away into a bag and you can take it on holiday with you, or it fits in the back of a car, a 3-piece paddle. Moving down this end of the board then, you've got the valve, which is where your air goes in basically, and once you've done it properly, doesn't matter if that's in or out, there should be no air coming out. That's the non-return valve. The only way it comes out is if you make it. Don't do it. So moving down here, you've got the lanyard, that's for your leash. Really important. So your leash is everything. So your leash is your lifeline. So this goes usually around your ankle, around the top of your calf, or around your waist. It depends on what discipline you're paddling, whether you are on the white water on a river, that usually have a quick release belt, just in case you fall in, because there are underwater obstacles you can't see. Surf leashes, springy leashes, coiled leashes, straight leashes, there's so many, but the leash, no matter which one you wear, is everything. Don't go out without a leash. Then we go on to the fin. So this is the center fin. So turn the board over and you've got basically a US box fin. This basically goes in to the back, clamps in, and has got a screw and a washer. That's how this one fits in. Yes, so you put it in, and you put the washer in and you screw it in tight, and that's how it stays. These are side bites, side fins, whatever you want to call them, but these slide in and they fit in with a clip. The side fins are good for surfing. Can't really do that myself, but if you're surfing, these are the things you want. If you want to go in a straight line, tracking. So if you read about tracking, that's about straight line. Don't worry about these, that's not important. This is. And the further back you have your fin, the straighter your line, so the better the tracking. That is the best thing you need to know about a US box fin. Or you can buy a centre fin that slides in just as good. US box slide in, it's about how big it is and how far back it is. That's all about the tracking. Turn the board back over, and now we're going to talk about the nose shape. Can you see on this there is a slight rocker, we call it. It's about an uplift, is what I was about to say, which means it shows it keeps the nose out of the water. And it means that it doesn't really matter what board you buy, what shape the nose is, unless it's a race or touring board that's perfectly pointy to cut through the water. An all-rounder board, whether it be a little bit of a point to it or a rounded nose, it doesn't make a difference because that is not going in the water. So don't worry about it. If you like the look of it, great, but don't buy it for that point only. The nose is just the nose, and as long as there's a rocker on it, everything's good. The rest of it is all in the water. This is what counts. That, not so much. This though, the tail is important. So this tail is a squash tail, which means it's kind of squarish, it's round and kind of square, but it's quite wide. You get a pintail, which is like that. You get a rounded pin, which is a little bit wider. You've got a squash tail, you've got a square tail. The narrower the tail, the more the stability goes. Not crazy, you're not going to fall in, it's not going to tip you off the board, but that's basically the nose, not so much. The tail, that makes a difference to your ride. The best thing about these boards is that they're crazy, durable, fun boards. Yes, that's what they're about. They are made up like that. Basically, that's drop stitching. So when you read drop stitching, these little strands is drop stitching. And what it is it's made up of a single skin, a double skin, or a fusion layer. Single skin means there's one layer of PVC between you and the air. Double skin means there's two layers glued together between you and the air inside. Fusion means get rid of the glue, heat weld both those skins together, and that makes it more durable, a little bit tougher, a lot lighter. And that's what a fusion material is. However, there are a lot of words flying around saying the best, the lightest, the stiffest. There's no such thing, because there'll always be someone else who does it better or more or cheaper. So in the world of ice-ups, most of the time, buy what you like, buy what you enjoy. There's nothing worse than watching people be sold to. It doesn't matter what the brand is. If you're out on the water and you're having a good laugh and you're enjoying yourself and you're safe, job done. Does it matter if your board has deflection, which is bananaing, which means there's a bend in the middle? No, not really. I mean, if you want to like performance paddle, then maybe you're going to buy a better board. But if you're out there to have fun with your family and you can only afford a single skin board, as long as you know it's single skin, there's going to be a little bit of banana into it, and it won't be, the performance won't be sometimes as good, so be it. However, that being said, there are single skin boards out there that perform just as well. So that's why we say go out on a board if you can. Don't listen to all the hyperbole and all the we are the best, this is the best, that is the greatest. Buy what you like. That's the beauty of ice-ups, is that they're there for a bit of fun and a bit of a laugh. And ultimately, most importantly, they're durable. They're not going to snap. Doesn't happen, ever. And unless you really, really underinflate it, and I mean by like tens of PSIs, it's never going to fold in two. All that will happen is it will be a little bit wobbly and you'll fall in, and then you'll learn and you'll pump it up more the next time. But get out on the water, and the top tips are always wear your leash. Always tell someone you're going out. Go out in twos if you can. Always carry a mobile phone in the dry bag. Massively important. Have fun, and I hope you enjoy the summer.